At West Midlands Ambulance Service, in addition to having a clear equality, diversity and inclusion strategy, equality objectives and the workforce race equality standard, we are proud to present the Anti-Racism Charter to give staff that greater reassurance that we will not accept or tolerate any forms of racism. We want our staff to be working in a safe environment, free from race discrimination, and to that end, the Anti-Racism Charter will have a dual purpose. Firstly, educating staff on behaviours which are not acceptable, and secondly, provide staff with recourse and information to report racist incidents. Here at West Midlands Ambulance Service, we are striving to have a diverse workforce which reflect the communities that we serve, and it is important that staff that we recruit feel that they are in a safe environment where diversity is celebrated.
West Midlands Ambulance Service are committed to building, championing and celebrating a diverse workforce. We're committed to educating, empowering and creating a culture of proactive allyship and representation across the organisation and through our many networks. We're committed to supporting equality and inclusion development sessions for the workplace, and we're also committed to making equality, diversity and inclusion the responsibility of everyone, including all leaders and managers. We also committed to building cultures of trust where employees experiencing racism feel confident to come forward and know that they'll be listened to and taken seriously.
As an extension of the Race, Equality and Inclusion Charter, a training programme has been developed. Some key topics included within the training are detail about the Charter itself and the Trust's commitment to striving towards a truly inclusive culture. Recognising the less overt examples of discrimination, such as microaggressions and micro-incivilities, and the impact these can have on our colleagues. The difference between being not racist and anti-racist, and also about understanding and valuing cultural differences. As well as looking at race equality, the training also covers other topics of inclusion, such as understanding generational differences and the use of pronouns. We hope to deliver the training in conjunction with Trust Network Chairs and the Trust EDI Lead. It will be available for all staff members and we encourage everybody to participate. The dates of the sessions will be advertised in the weekly brief in due course. We would also welcome and encourage any feedback on this new information launched. Thank you.
Racism does affect staff, it affects society and can lead to so much more extreme forms of hate crime and violence. Microaggressions can also lead to more extreme forms of racism and hate crime. A lot of people might not be aware of the different forms of racism and how they can play out, where they originate from. So it gives clear guidance of how to actively be anti-racist. No one is racist by nature. It can be a result of your environment. We're here to support in learning about different forms of racism and tropes. Some people might not feel comfortable about how to articulate why something is not okay. So we're here to just support in learning. I think having a training package to follow will be helpful because it's more about learning. It's not only at work but just in society where you can take that knowledge.
I've worked for West Midlands Ambulance Service for the last 33 years. In my experience for my career development, from an ambulance cadet through to a director on the board today, I have experienced no racism towards myself. My experience has only been for racism is through incidents where I've been on scene and had racist comments from either bystanders or patients, unfortunately. The introduction of the Racism Charter is another step forward for the organisation to robustly manage racism in the workplace. As an organisation, I have only ever seen robust management of racism when it has been raised. So it is important that anyone that is experiencing it does raise this to their line manager or through any appropriate channels, from incident reporting through to freedom to speak up. It will be managed and it will be managed robustly.
I want to thank everybody who has engaged and contributed in order to get us to this point of having our very own Race, Equality and Inclusion Charter. It has been great to see everyone's enthusiasm and passion on such an important area, giving their knowledge, expertise and more importantly their own experience, which has been greatly appreciated. I would like to specifically thank Chaz Deansar, HR Manager, who has led this project excellently. The Charter reinforces West Midlands Ambulance Service continued commitment to anti-racism. Racism will not be tolerated at West Midlands Ambulance Service. I would strongly encourage anybody who experiences or observes such behaviour to come forward in any way they feel most comfortable in the multiple reporting and support avenues that are available to them. Education and awareness training will imminently be rolled out to support the Charter, and again I would encourage anybody to participate and engage in this training regardless of the role you undertake within the service, as we all have a part to play in eradicating racism.